Greetings, Masandawana. We are back on another installment here, the Yellow Corner, bringing you the preview of our CAF Champions League group stages game week 5 fixture as we travel to the DRC to take on Lupopo at the Stade TP Mazembe on Sunday at 3 o'clock South African time. Raps, welcome back. Like I said, when the going gets tough, Raps gets what? We won, he's back. I'm just putting it out there, Jorge. When it is hard, when we lose, you disappear. But hey, when you are winning and stuff, you are available. Just putting it out there.
Mna umzotshwana mna because of a win against a 2-1 win against Gomora United mna. I consider it say it is not a loss, but it is a result Loren you can never be satisfied with mna. So yes, I'm back.
Okay. Let's actually go into that game. Your thoughts on our game late, our 2-1 win against Gomora United in the last 32 and Bank Cup.
Yeah, so I think we made a lot of changes. We brought, we give other guys a chance, the likes of Riyad and others as well, and Batuso Basi as well, playing as a right back in the start of the game. So I'm glad that some of the guys managed to get some game time. But what was more disappointing, and I think we should have scored a couple of goals. And I'm also not happy with the result, man. Not to underestimate Gomora Football Club, man, but these types of games is where Sundowns like they go all out and score as many goals as they can, and sometimes we need goals in order to have that confident booster going to the next game, man. So I expected us to get as many goals as we can, so that when we play this Lupopo team, we know that we managed to score a lot of goals and also have a positive performance as well. But I'll take the victory and I'll take the progression to the next round, man. But I think that we should have done better, man, because of teams like Gomorrah, man. You should not give them a chance here. They start believing they can get something out of this game, man. And as soon as they equalized and it was 1-1, man, it looks like this team might get something out of this game, and that's what I didn't want to see. Man, you should have went all out and won this game. But I'm not saying this because of underestimating the level of the opponents, but with our experience and how we have managed to play and beat this lower division teams, man, like we have embarrassed them, man. That was what I was looking for. But I will take the result and we march to the next round as well, man.
Hey, yeah. Very happy that we progressed to the next round, the last 16 of the Nedbank Cup. Happy that we won, but I feel like we made a pixie out of it, man. We made it really, really hard for ourselves, unnecessarily so, man. The chances that we got, we should have killed off that game first half, But hey, man, it is what it is. Happy with some of the guys that got a chance, man. I thought Ziki was very good in the first half, and I was shocked when we came back for the second half and Ziki was substituted. I was really shocked that Ziki was hooked off, man. I mean, if you're not gonna give Ziki 60 to 90 minutes in this game, when are you gonna play him, man? I think these are the types of things that kill confidence at the players, and the next time he plays, he's no longer himself because he knows whether he play well or what. Get on school one day, So that really disappointed me. Happy Gabo bless Kutlwano, Jaden once again, So yeah, and happy that Batusi got to smell a bit of grass, but I felt like Batusi was dealt a bad hand, a terrible hand, if we've been honest, because having not played for such a long time, only to be brought on, and it feels like you are just an afterthought. Like, well, that is how I would have felt if I was Batusi and being played out of a position in the. It was always going to be a lose-lose situation for Batusi here because even if he had, say, a magnificent game, he won man of the match. But he's playing at right back, and the people that he's competing with at right back, Tapelo, Le Kuliso, and he's not gonna displace them more right back, even if he played exceptionally well. So uh, I felt sorry for Batusi, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like that, and I really, really, really felt sorry for him, and I hope this didn't knock his confidence, But yeah, man, really, really happy that we progressed to the next round. I was watching the press conference, Cardoso, after game. There's a question that Maskepe asked him. Then I didn't get the question properly, but I could tell it didn't sit well with him. And his response, man, guys, it feels like every preview we are we are dissing our coach, and this is not how things should be, man. Yet it is difficult not to, it is so difficult not to because of the situation. Yeah, the club, But hey, man, I guess we,
they are turning this YouTube channel going, yeah, Said, that Manchester United fan, man.
yeah, man, like Said TV, man. It's like we are always complaining, man. Yeah, on the yellow corner. You're actually right, Said really true, man. But yeah, man. Perhaps once again we go into a crucial match in the CAF Champions League, and I will ask you once again, or is this a must win? Because when you look at the table right now, as we go into game week 5, Al Hilal currently sit on 8 points. We currently on 5. MC Alger and Lupopo sit on 4 each. Is this a must win game? Bless you, because I think it is, but it is also dependent on the results of the game here, MC Alger Al Hilal that will be played today, tonight. We are recording this on Friday morning, by the way. So I think it will be dependent on the results of the game, But I think the mentality from us going into the game, Lupopo, must be, a must-win game. We must win that game, no matter what, because I feel like once you go into a game of this magnitude with a mindset there, we must not lose. Once you concede, man, it is difficult to switch and switch on and mentality wise, and say, now you have to approach the game in a different manner, and a draw in the game here, MC Alger Al Hilal, I think would be perfect for us, because I think Al Hilal is definitely going to win the group. So we're fighting for the second spot. So if they can play a draw, we know what we are left with in one home game, So yeah, I think it is a must win. But like I said, what happens tonight will determine how Cardoso will approach this game. That's what I think will happen. Whatever happens tonight will determine how he approaches game here Sunday. Your thoughts?
Also, I remember when we were doing a preview Al Hilal, when they came to South Africa, I said, okay, we don't want to find ourselves in a situation whereby we'll be relying on other results, man. But it looks like we are going towards that direction, and that's not how we are, man. Like that's not how we are. And we've played 4 games, and knowing Sundowns, man, like how good we perform in the group stages, we should have at least got that 12 points, or at least if not 10, if not 12, maybe 10. But we are sitting on 5, man. I feel like that's very poor in terms of our standard, man. Like the standard that we have set in terms of how we make it easy to qualify to the knockout stages, man. You look at this season, man, it is disappointing, man. And even though we will qualify, but I will not be impressed in the manner how we progress to the knockout stages, because of in our history, man, we never struggled to get out of the group stages, man. And Alger and Al Hilal, they are playing Friday night. We don't know what will happen on that result, but it might have an influence in our game, man. And that's not how we want, how I want my team to find themselves in that situation. And for us, man, I think this is a must win, man. What I'm going to say might not be nice, but a draw and a
You?
defeat, the coach must be shown the door, man. A draw and a defeat, the coach must be shown the door, man. Because of this is totally wrong, also. Like this is totally wrong. We can't be sitting 5 points. Let's say 4 games. So our average points that we collect, it is 1 comma man. That is so embarrassing according to our standard. But this is a must win. We should go all out, and we are desperate for results. And sometimes such games, man, they don't go your way because of you should go all out and get positive results by hook or crook, man. But it is what it is, man. So let's hope the boys will go to Lumbumbashi and get good results. As much as it won't be easy in that environment, but we made the bet for ourselves. So we should go out there and get a positive result and get closer to the number one spot, man.
Hey, so Magahambe, he's gonna watch this and then go to another press conference and say there are people with with phones, YouTube channels, with followers who that might not have been directed at us, but it's directed to people who produce content, yeah, football, you know. So, yeah, we normally do this at the end of the preview, towards the end of the preview. I'm sure Sandile is going to enjoy the fact that we are doing it midway the preview. We're going to go into the lineups, Rabs, but we're going to do it differently this time. I want you to give me a lineup that you, as Rapelang Kagiso Motlogu, Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club head coach, would go with on Saturday, on Sunday, ne? And tell me why you'd go with that lineup. And then give me one that you think Cardoso will go with, and tell me why you think he will do that.
For the goalkeeper, I'll have Williams. My back four, I'll have Mudau, Koza, Grant, and Mutiba. My double pivot, I'll have Mukwena, Adams. My front four, I'll have Lekaku, Santos, Sales, and Shalulil. Uh, my back four, the reason I choose my back four, I believe this is the best that we have. As much as Koza, man, against Gomorrah, he did some couple of errors here and there, but I'll start him over Cupido. And as for my midfield, the reason I choose Tebza and Adams, I feel like in this game, the reason I choose Adams is because of we need box entries, man. And I feel like with Adams, we might get that. Unlike with Allende, yes, Allende helps us to sometimes dictate the game and move the ball from the side to side, makes forward passes, but also we need someone who will give us extra numbers inside the box. That's why I chose Adams. Then with my front four men, it's Lukaku, Santos, and Salis. I chose Santos because of his creativity and also being able to play the ball behind the defense of the opponents, because of that's what Lupopo they're struggling with. And with Salis and Lukaku, I feel like they're giving us mobility in front and also being able to interchange with the positions as well. And for Shalule, man, I think this type of games where you are desperate for results, you need a striker with Shalule's mentality, man. And I think Shalule, in such moments, that's when he rises up and he delivers, because of this is a crucial game. It is an away game, and we know that Shalule, in terms of the work rate, I will give you 100%. So I'll go with Shalulil because of the, the game itself, the magnitude of the game, and also his work rate as well. And for Caruso's lineup, man, Caruso will have Williams as his goalkeeper. The back four will have Mudau, who will start Cupido with Grant, and he will have Mudiba as his left back. Then his midfield two will be Mukwena and Allende. Then his front four will be Salis, Santos, Matthews, and Shaluli.
Do you Do you wanna give reason why you think he will do that, or you don't even care or don't know why he will do that?
I think it's already proven. When you look at the track record of his starting lineup, like you can see the pattern. Hence, I'm going with this lineup.
Okay, okay. Would be my lineup if I'm Sundowns head coach on Sunday. Thabiso Motloang, Sundowns, Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club head coach. I'll go with Ronwen, Modau, Kigan Johannes, Ndamani, Mudiba. My midfield, I'll play a 4-4-2 diamond system. So I'll have Mukwena, Blessa, Adams, and Sales. And then my front two will be Shalulile and Morena. So it's a 4-4-2 when we are in possession, but when we are out of possession, it turns into a 4-3-3 with Sales and Capello going to the sides, and help us defend. I think this we are going into war, and you need soldiers going into this game. And I think Keegan Johannes with his aggression, you need someone like that. You don't need one player that are going to be soft on Sunday. And I think Keegan is one person who will definitely get stuck in. I think that midfield and I think Tebza, Adam Blesser, it has legs as well as bite in it. And like I said, you're going into war, so you need people who will fight for you, And Debs Adams can give us a control in that middle field, and Blesser can help us with his nickname, fetch and carry, fetching and then carrying the ball through the sets, Hence, I'm going with that in the middle. Then this is a must-win game for these guys. They will throw a lot of numbers in attack, and I think Tapelo Morena and his pace would be a perfect out ball for us in this game. If we get the ball and uh, they throw numbers at us, we can be able to find him. Even though that pitch is very very compact, but I think Tapelo would be a perfect out ball, and I think Tapelo and Shaluli can help us defend from the top. They are honest, hardworking professionals. So they will help us defend from the top. I've called before the season started. I said Tato Sibia must be given a chance, and I stand by what I said. But I don't think this environment would be conducive for him. I think you need to protect the young man going into this game. I don't think this is where you play him. If this was a home game, I'll definitely give him a shout. But this being a home game and the hostility, man. Yes, he's a professional, but sometimes you have to protect your players. So, hence, I won't play him in this match. The lineup that I think Cardoso will go with, Ronwen, Modau, Cupido, Ndamani, and then Divine at left back, midfield, yeah, Mukwena, Allende, Resino, Santos, and then up top are Lionel Matthews. We know how pragmatic he is. He's gonna want to have someone like Divine playing, and I've not been happy with Divine Rafshid's way. So, and he's very loyal to certain players, no matter how they perform. So you just know there are certain players who will start, even if start and play maybe the whole match or the majority of the match, even if they don't perform so well. So the reason that you gave, so that's how I think he will line up. What do you think we should expect from this game, or what do you want to see from this game?
I think as though this is a big game, and this is a game whereby these two teams, they are desperate for positive points because of they want to find themselves in the knockout stages. And I think from a neutral point of view, this might be an entertaining game, man. Like this might be an entertaining game. It is an away game, and also I think for Lupopo, the home ground advantage might work for them because of we know how the environment there Lumbumbashi is, man. Like we have went there several times, and we know what it takes to win from there. It might not be nice, but I think if you win there, man, I think you can win wherever you go, man. For Lupo, what I've picked up, man, in their previous games is that they have tall, strong defenders, man. But the amount of goals that they concede in terms of the set pieces and the crosses, man, I think there's poor organization inside their box, man. Because of against MC Alger, they conceded from a corner kick, and also Lorona against us, they conceded from a cross that was played, I think, by Mudiba, and Santos managed to score it as a header. So I think in defense, man, they are lacking that organization, man. And against MCA Alger, when they went to Algeria, one thing I picked up is that there are two center backs, Mpeko and Duhaji. They were always dealing with 2v2s, man, and they were left exposed and they were not protected. I think their fullbacks and their middle field, they pushed so high, and once MC Elja won the ball, they moved it quick, and they transitioned to get to the final third. And most of the time, you'll find these two center backs having to face two attackers that MCL, and they struggled a lot because of sometimes they had to retreat when MCL is attacking, and the more they retreated, the more MCL managed to get closer to the ball. So I think that in this game they want to have a well structured defense, instant pieces, and also when the teams are attacking using the wave, and also they will want to improve their rest defense because of they attack, man. But once the team, the opponents regain positions, they struggle in terms of blocking the attack of the opponent. And also against Sundowns, when they came to Pretoria, man, their defense were caught ball watching several times, man. Like there's a lot of balls that we played behind their defense, and one of our attackers will make run from the deep, and they won't see that run, and sometimes they won't react in time, and that led to them conceding a Golia Santos, whereby Ricino played a beautiful ball behind the defense and he scored that first touch volume, as well as the Misia Matthews. And I believe the pass was also from Ricino as well. So they are always caught ball watching and they don't react quickly on time. And in some instances, they tried to play offside trap, man, and it was not well coordinated, that offside trap, because of offside trap, man, needs practice, man. Once we push, we should push together, man. But you find out there's Aaron Mukwena at the back who gives other defenders to push, and he remains at the back, man. So I think if they repeat doing that, I think Sundowns might want to capitalize. And as for Mamelodi Sundowns, I think we should continue testing their defense, man. Testing their defense by doing what? By using the same width that we used to create chances against them, and also by playing those beautiful long balls behind their defense, because of they struggle with those balls to deal with against Sundowns in Pretoria. And we should be smart, man. Like we should be strategic. When these guys have the ball and the attack, we should think ahead. Once we regain that position, what are we going to do with the ball and the attack, man? And once you are able to pull that through, I think we'll get goal scoring opportunities because of them having the ball and attacking. We can use that to our advantage. Okay, they will come in numbers, and once they lose that position, we must find a way. Yore, we punish them, because I spoke about how against MC Elja they attacked, but their rest defense was poor. Hence, their two center backs had to deal with so many 2v2s, and I think we might find some situations, similar situations in this game, whereby most of their players, they go for desperate to get a goal, and they leave less numbers at the back. So once we get that ball, we should be smart enough to know what to do in terms of the attack, man. And I like how Mudiba against Gomorrah and also against this team, Lupopo, he gave us width sometimes he was not predictable, whereby we know Mdiba only inverts and gets closer to the middle field. But he, in some moments, he went to the byline and he gave us crosses, man. And I guess Gomora gave us plenty of crosses. And sometimes our attackers will not anticipate those crosses coming from deep. And I hope in this game, man, like the players who are inside the box, they will be well positioned when Diba moves forward and deliver those crosses, man. And against these guys, sometimes they will have a lot of numbers at the back, more especially the goal that Allende scored, man. And the composure that we showed in front of them, how we moved the ball. I think it was Ricino Santos, then Santos to Allende, and Allende managed to strike that ball. I think we need to be composed, man. If they have too many defenders inside their box, we should show composure and be calm and try to make necessary decisions, man. And I spoke about their defense; it is very poor in terms of aerial balls, man. I believe in this goal, we should get a goal from set piece, man. Like whoever that is going to take set pieces and corner kicks, man, he should the delivery should be smooth so that we find ourselves in good situations whereby we can get the goals, man.
Mm. Yeah, no, very good points, Abs. You've said a mouthful, and I think I'll just add 1 or 2 points, and yeah, that's it. I think the level of dark arts that we're going to experience off and on the field from the moment we land in DRC will be once never heard of, you know. So our mentality should be on another level going into this game. Don't get sucked in. Just focus. Ke ntho tse tsa dipere di bitswang di ke di-hook club or what? Like, focus on the game and nothing else. You know, don't get don't let them get into your heads with all the dark arts that they will be performing, you know, and the gamesmanship that we will see each side on Sunday, it will also be on another level, you know. This is their cup final. This is their cup final. They will throw everything at us, you know, and there'll be a lot of the theatrics, more so in and around our box. They'll be diving inside the box and stuff like that. So our players in that in those in that area or in the box shouldn't give the ref a chance to make a decision. Avoid such instances because there's no VAR. And we know how these referees, when you play in the DRC, man, they are very quick to give them the decision, home side decisions, you know. So avoid getting being forced into those situations where you end up making giving a ref a chance to make a decision, you know. And like you said, they will definitely be very, very open because of the numbers that they will throw in as far as they must win Bona no Maganja, you know. So that we might have to at times just sit back and let them attack us and then use transition. You know that is what the game might dictate in some instances. You know, but when we get those chances, to transition and exposing them. Hopefully, as you said, their rest defense is not so good. We need to capitalize on that. We are going to be playing on a very compact artificial pitch, and you know the bounce here in artificial pitch is one. You know, so I do not expect a great performance from us. I actually don't care about a great performance in this game. I just want us to win this game. You know, and this is one game where we don't play piano is to shine. I won't be asked because one, I know how difficult it is for players to play in an artificial pitch that they are not used to, and Sundowns never plays in those here at home. So, yeah, man, just win, Buffett. Score prediction.
We'll win 1-2.
I think it will be a 1-all draw, but my heart is crying out and begging for that 1-2 win. So hopefully you are right and I'm wrong, and the boys come back home with 3 points. And yeah, man, all the best of luck to the technical team, to the boys, the technical team, including Cardoso. I maybe Cardoso feels like we want him to do bad or not succeed. No, this is our team. We want our team to succeed, and yeah, all the best of luck to him. But if the team doesn't perform, we won't stop criticizing. Just as much when the team performs, we will give a credit where it's due. Leona fair credit. Yeah. So all the best of luck to Cardoso, his technical team, the boys, and the whole contingent that will be traveling to the DRC. Until next time, sharp Masandawana, rush to class, sharp.
Sharp, Masandawana.